Hi Gemini, this is going to be a reading for December 2021, but keep in mind whenever this finds you is probably the time you are supposed to hear it. Please use spiritual discernment and just know that we are made up of all the signs. You can check your chart and see what resonates at the time, but please use spiritual discretion for that as well, okay? Just going to get right into it. Present energy for Gemini. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful energy. It's about luck turning, and things feeling like you're upside down and things are looking right side up. Where'd you guys just come from? Okay, death, an ending, a transformation of some kind. Something ended for sure. That's what I'm feeling. It's feeling like once an ending happens, then things are starting to turn around for better. Whatever this is that ended gave clarity or movement, if you will, the same way like when you open a window and the wind comes in. That's what I'm getting. Like that flag is giving me that. Like the wind blowing and it's able, the Wheel of Fortune is able to turn. What is on the mind of Gemini? Okay, Six of Wands, recognition, being recognized. So there's a lot of self-focus here. That's good. What's the challenge? Challenge for Gemini. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Either receiving an opportunity and not knowing what to do with it, or maybe being intimidated by it, or just waiting for an opportunity. Like, where's my big break? Or not being able to see it. It's definitely coming from what I can tell from the Wheel of Fortune. What's Gemini's environment? Okay, Page of Swords. Y'all watching somebody? Looking at something? Mostly I'm getting from this in the most general sense is that you're looking into something, maybe studying up on something. It might have something to do with this opportunity here. Could be career, considering the Pentacle here. Or learning how to do something to be able to manifest it into some kind of value, maybe monetary. We'll find out when I clarify. What's going to happen? What's the energy we're going into? Okay, Two of Cups. A relationship of some kind. Huh. This Death card's giving me relationship. Only because I see this woman and this man down here all down. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I'm not quite sure. This doesn't feel... It feels like it's relationship as well as opportunities. We'll find out. Let me move some of this over. Make sure you can see everything. Okay, what's hiding from Gemini? Oop, we got two. Okay, emotional fulfillment of the self and being able to communicate. Something you got to speak up on to really be able to feel good about yourself. Being able to say things impulsively. We'll see. I can't tell if that's a good thing or not. I feel like it is, but the Nine of Cups tends to be a little bit indulgent. So we'll see how that goes. Everything's feeling pretty general right now, so I'm very curious on when I start to clarify the cards, what will come up. What's Gemini's strength at this time? Okay, standing your ground and communication. Yeah, I'm feeling like with this hidden energy here, this has a lot to do with being able to communicate properly. Not just communicating in general. It's not giving spew at the mouth, but it's definitely giving, like, I say exactly what's on my mind when it's on my mind kind of thing. And being inspired to do so with the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, because we got fast movement, communication, and we go from the Eight of Wands to the Nine of Wands, adding that Ace here, and then being able to stand your ground. We got two nines here, standing your ground, no matter the opposition, no matter how tough it is. Huh. It's like some kind of ending gave you the liberation to be able to speak how you want to speak. Maybe to somebody specifically, because we do have this coming up in the future. What's the spiritual guidance for Gemini? Okay, holding things back. Maybe saving some money. Let me get one more for spiritual guidance. Hard at work. Yeah, this is being hard at work and saving your bread. Or saving yourself. Feels like saving yourself. It's giving celibacy. What is this? it's giving celibacy, but it's also giving like, in the sense of celibacy where I can't give myself to other people right now because I really need to focus on myself. What's the most probable outcome for Gemini? Okay, the Magician. Okay, being able to manifest something. Let's see, in the Two of Swords, and having to make a choice. It's like you manifest something, you wish for something, and then because that energy is able to come through, especially with this Wheel of Fortune, you will have to start to make choices. I feel like you're already learning about, it's kind of, with this Page of Swords too in the environment, it's giving very, get inventory. I got to really look into all the details in terms of what I want. I also got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so that's like an idea or a thought or a download of some kind. It's like taking inventory of my value, what I do have, people, places, things, and then I got to make a choice. What do I have to cut out, right? Okay, let's clarify it. Very interesting. There seems to be a lot of moving parts here. Let's clarify that Wheel of Fortune. Woo, I got 3. I'm going to stick to the 2 that came out. Okay, there's that Ace of Swords that I saw at the bottom of the deck, that brand new idea, and then committing. So whatever information you got recently, whether it's about something you want to do, maybe a career you want to be involved in, it's feeling like education as well. Some of you guys might be going to school or just studying up on something on your own. This could be relationships as well, but here's the reason why I feel like relationships are entangled, because they're used in reference to how you're viewing yourself in terms of like the kind of relationships you need at this time. Like, what is the most important? The third one, the fallout, was 6 of Swords, going into calmer waters. So I feel like there was a lot of endings when it came to or a relationship, or in a way of living that needed to end so you can see the full potential of other things that are available to you. Let's see what's going on with that. What ended here? The Death card. What ended for Gemini? Okay, King of Pentacles. Yeah, let me get one more. I felt like this was a relationship. Secrets. Illusions. From what I'm getting here with this King of Pentacles, whoever this is, it could be an earth sign. It doesn't have to be. Whoever this is, I feel like you viewed them at some point as a kind of provider or somebody that can, hold things down. It doesn't have to be financially. It could just be somebody who makes you feel stable. But with the Moon card here, it's making me feel like it was an illusion, meaning that they either wasn't as stabilizing in your life as you thought, or you realize that they just simply can't be the ones to give you stability. And the reason why I'm feeling like that, because in your challenge I have that Ace of Pentacles here, which is the start of you having your own stability. So whether this person is stable or not, it doesn't really matter. I feel like the illusion is more about the fact of there was a codependency in terms of relying on them for stability, whether it was financial or just being able to feel stable with them in your life. What is this Ace of Pentacles here? Why is that the challenge? Okay. 3 of Wands, waiting. Yeah, this is waiting for a stable opportunity after being dependent on somebody. And then burdens. Baggage. Like, I got a lot going on. I brought a lot with me. With this baggage, these burdens here with the 10 of Wands, I feel like it has a lot to do with the choices that you may have made. Some of you may have moved. But overall, I feel like metaphorically, it's about... It's just, this whole reading is giving me I had to move out the house. I had to move out of this place, this environment that I was dependent on to keep me stable, to help me feel secure. And now you are on your own way of gathering your own stability, but it's a burden to wait. It's like it's a bit of impatience here, but it's more so, it's not about just being impatient. It's just like, what's taking so long, because I'm feeling very imbalanced right now. I got the Three of Pentacles at the bottom, so there's definitely has to do with a collaboration of some kind. It could be family, maybe at one point relying on family or friends or even a relationship of some kind. It could have been relying on a job, another business, and now it's like, I want to run my own business, but that's the scary part because it's like, you're kind of, if you run your own business and you're a boss, right, you have much more responsibility, and that's a lot. That could be taxing. That could be a big, heavy burden to some. You know what I mean? Let me get the Six of Wands up here, crowning your thoughts. Being recognized in that recognition. Nine of Swords, anxiety. Yeah, this is about responsibility. And 10 of Swords went from the 9 to the 10. With that Ace of Swords that was here, that brought it from the 9 to the 10. Just like really being anxious, but like all that anxiety coming to a head. It's like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this thing no matter what. I gotta be able to stand up for myself. I gotta be able to make actions independently by myself. Let me get this relationship here in the future. Actually, before I do that, let's get that Page of Swords that's in your environment. Ace of Wands, yeah, that new spark. It's like you got I got Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. What's missing here? Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups is missing here. Maybe somebody hands you a cup, an idea here. But when you have all four of the aces, you're essentially the magician, which is the most probable outcome. That's a beautiful thing. But it's like you're building up to something here. Whatever ended here definitely lit a fire under your ass to really stand for yourself. Okay, I got a King of Wands here, somebody who's really determined, could be a very attractive person as well. King of Wands is knowing to be very attractive, very determined, doesn't take no for an answer, goes for what they want. Let me get one more here. The Hangman, waiting. Looks like somebody here has been waiting for you to be available. I don't know if whatever this relationship is here, it feels like a brand new one. Even if this is not a new person, it feels like the dynamic of the relationship is brand new. It's like a new kind of relationship. And you were waiting for this person, or this person was waiting you, like in that waiting period. Let me get one more. Page of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody you're kind of like watching. Because the page is like, student. It gives me student apprentice vibes. Someone who's just figuring out how to do things, versus the King of Wands already knows what to do and how to do it. Just being able to have that confidence to just go. So it seems like somebody was waiting for you to step your game up. And now you can look to them in terms of the relationship on learning. Like, how did they do this? How did they push their ambitions and their aspirations? Okay, let's get to what's hiding here. The Nine of Cups and the Knight of Swords. What's hiding from Gemini at this time? Okay, Five of Pentacles. This can be a lack mentality. That also could be an apprentice card. I'm hearing starting from the bottom. Starting from the bottom when it comes to being emotionally fulfilled and what do you want to do. What's that Knight of Swords? The World card in reverse. This is okay, so this is about breaking. I felt like this was indulgent earlier. This is about breaking bad habits. There's nothing wrong with speaking your mind. I just feel like, this whole thing is giving me it's time to walk that talk. Like, you've been talking about it. I want to do this, I want to do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But I feel like there's now movement, But what's hiding from you is the fact that you need to really recognize the fact that some of you guys are doing a lot of talking and not enough doing, honestly. And I feel like some of y'all were even talking to this King of Pentacles here, like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it probably created a false sense of progress. And I feel like now that this ended, you're realizing like, wow, I really wasted my time. It's been a long time. Because here, look, I got the Death card confirming that at the bottom. So that ending needed to happen for you to be able to see what you've been slacking on, because there's been a codependency and a little bit of a procrastination issue, because you're, even though you might want to do all these things, you're really invested in keeping up other people and habits that all your energy going to that is kind of just taking away from what you really want to do and what you really need to do. Let me get your strength here. And the 9 of Wands. 9 and the 8 of Wands. Okay, that 6 of Swords came out, but it came back out, but it came out in reverse. That's normally going into calmer storms. Now, this is like creating a storm. It's like I'm about to create a storm. Let me get one more. 8 of Wands. Yeah. Some of you guys have really bold, well, I mean, it's Gemini, bold personalities, bold ways of speaking, bold ways of communicating, bold ideas, bold, you know, and I feel like now it's about, like I said, it's about walking that talk now and really causing a ruckus. I want one more because I want to know why is the King of Swords, in particular the reverse, standing your ground? Justice. Some kind of justified chaos here. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands. Passionate. Okay, so from what this is giving me, it's like one of the reasons why you may have pulled back some of your natural energy of being passionate and being just really blunt and honest with your words, and a lot of this stuff is just because of it's giving crabs in a bucket mentality. Like you're around people who might quite not understand, might feel intimidated by that, or even offended by that. It's like, I got it. It's like saying to someone, oh, I got to do this. If I don't, I've been doing this and this and that, and I realize it makes me lazy. And then somebody is, you know, close to you is just like kind of offended because it's like, I do that same shit. You're trying to say I'm lazy, and it's like, it's not about that, bro. And you're about to say that too. Or maybe not that, but you're about to speak your mind regardless of how other people might feel about it. Let me get the spiritual guidance here. Saving things coming to light, happiness. I'm telling you, this feels like not telling your ideas to everybody. Some of you might feel like, I got some energy vampires around me. If I tell them, they just get me down. If I tell them, they just get me they really discourage me. Even if they're not directly discouraging you, it's just like what they say is essentially discouraging. I feel like some of y'all are about to cut some people out of your life for sure. It's like, damn, if I had to cut out the person that was really good for me, but I realized I was kind of dependent on them, now you're looking at other people who weren't really as noble, if you will, or helpful, and you're realizing how unhelpful they are. With this spiritual guidance, I really feel like it's really being focused on your work, and that could be tangible in terms of what you want to do, but I'm also feeling, because of this 8 of Swords here, we got 2 8s. It's about really acknowledging when you get fixated on something that is unnecessary, especially other people. I feel like this has a lot to do with relationships. Like getting fixated on investing in other people that you shouldn't. I feel like I just said this earlier, right? Just investing in the wrong thing. It's not like investing in people is wrong. It's just like you're doing all this investing in time and energy, maybe even money, you know what I mean, to other people. And it's like, dude, you need that. The hell? Let me get one more. Things coming to light on what you really get mentally fixated on that's unnecessary. Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is a little bit of an emotional enabling that seems to be something that you do and others in your life do. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, cutting that shit out. Like I'm invested because I'm emotionally invested for emotional reasons. Like this makes me feel good. The problem with the Queen of Cups, she gives away too much and tends to forget to drink out of her own cup. And if this is a person, this Queen of Cups, I'm not feeling that, but if this is a person for some of you, this is somebody who's very emotional and might be relying on you way too much. And some of you guys really need to hold back your thoughts because you tend to get fixated on being concerned about this person. And listen, we all came into this world by ourselves. I know technically the mama was there and all this other shit, but in reality, you know, we have our own individual paths, our own individual journeys. Some things we got to figure out on our own, right? And I feel like some of you guys are realizing that you're really kind of babying somebody by holding their hand all the time. I feel like that's gonna come to light. Like I really need to pull back on what you might have believed was validating them, but it was actually enabling them. Most probable outcome, the Magician, the King of Cups. Yeah, this is feeling like you, especially. Going from the Queen to the King, being able to really manifest what emotionally, like the King of Cups is like, they got their emotions hands down. They're not wearing it on their sleeve. They're not holding it back. They're very reserved. They know how to read their own emotions. They understand their own emotions. They understand everybody else's emotions. They don't take it personal. They just understand. It's like having an emotional intelligence at its full capacity, and being able to master that is something that's going to really help you start manifesting other things in your life. Death in Rebirth, in reverse. Now it's in reverse. Why? The Devil. Okay, what happened here? Most probable outcome, the Magician. Death in Rebirth in reverse. Yeah, this Devil, you see how this Devil is like, has this dude by the strings of his hand? You gotta cut somebody off. Something, a habit, addiction, a little bit of an obsession. With this Page of Swords too, I feel like it's you just always watching for an ex, watching for this friend, watching for a family member, watching. It's like, cut it out. Cut the person or cut the habit. It's a habit here. This is a habit. Cutting that habit out. I feel like once you really are able to tap into that Magician energy and really master your emotional intelligence, you're going to see how your emotions and how you feel about things and people or whatever has been manipulated. Whether this was maliciously, directly, indirectly, just how people and things might manipulate you. It might not just be people. It might be a certain TV show or certain things you're watching or certain music you're listening to. It's just you're realizing how much of a hold it has on you. And I feel by engaging in these things, and I feel like you're going to realize that you're going to have to cut them off. Yeah, and I got walk away at the bottom of the deck. Confirmation. So let's get some tea leaves. Oh, months of the year. We got September. Okay, so things might have really popped off in September. Let me get one more to clarify September. Specifically, Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. That's feeling like you a little bit. Like something you did in September was like, I'm going to do this no matter what. And I'm feeling like it's caused a lot of anxiety because it's like, okay, what have I done? I've done something big, whether it's, invested in something new or, you know what I mean, put a lot of time into something new. And it's like, what have I got myself into by doing this? But Ram is also about, facing things head on. So I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I just feel like September, whatever happened in September could have been a catalyst. Quill, get back to the basics. Yeah, get back to the basics. What do you do? What do you like? Who's around you? Who do you love? Who loves you? Who's helpful? Who's not? You know what I mean? Some of you guys might need to really write down what you want. Kind of reassess. It's giving reassessment. Isn't Mercury retrograde coming up? So that's about reassessing a lot of different things. People, places, things, what you want, your goals. Get back to the drawing board. That's what it's giving. Rainbow, the most difficult part of the situation is over. I feel like that was whatever hump you got over in September, whatever wild thing you decided to do. Whale, great worry over nothing. I feel like that whale, great worry over nothing, again, has a lot to do with the things you're investing in and the people that you invest in. I keep going back and forth because I want to keep saying people in terms of relationships, but I just feel like, especially in this case of this spread for Gemini, the relationships are a reflection of essentially what you want out of your life. So if you're not satisfied in relationships, I feel like it says more about you and what you're attracting in your energy. Crown, honor and respect will come to you. I feel like that's something that you're really wanting, really desiring. And that's essentially what you're trying to manifest. But the crown is heavy. Okay, child? Karma, you will reap what you have sown. That's a continuation of what I just said. You know what I mean? You're going to put in what you put out. A lot of you guys got to realize that anybody or anything that you invested in, however that turned out, however that karma turned out, is exactly what was supposed to happen. So if it's not what you wanted, then there needs to be a reevaluation on how you invest in things and people. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. That's giving me that Wheel of Fortune vibes. Temptation will test you. Okay, so that has a lot to do with the devil and going back to things that no longer serve you, that you feel dependent on, old habits that you know you need to break because they're, you know what I'm saying, energetically, directly or even indirectly, like in your subconscious, are really a distraction. You know, with this snake in the apple, it's reminding me of the whole Adam and Eve thing and the whole devil thing. And I feel like it's kind of like a cop out. It's like instead of striving to buy a house, you watch a bunch of videos about people buying houses and fixing up houses. There is nothing wrong with that. However, it just gets to a point where it's like you're just living vicariously through them, and at a certain point it stops being inspiration and it starts being like living vicariously through them. Like, just eat this apple. Just eat the apple. It's right here. But in reality, you're trying to build a garden, so we got apple, carrot, haystack. The hell? So I feel like this speaks a lot about you just realizing that, okay, yeah, you can go to the store, you can buy a carrot, you can buy an apple, you can do this, you can have quick indulgence. But at this point, a lot of you guys are realizing, and if you haven't, then you need to realize that that's no longer serving you, because the ultimate goal, what you want to do, is grow your own damn garden of vegetables and fruits. Let me get like a couple more. Okay, Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. I feel like this is your energy. Sorry. Parrot, someone will gossip about all your secrets. Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. This is me going back to maybe you shouldn't tell people your goals, right? I just saw a clip. A beautiful friend of mine sent me a clip of Steve Harvey. He was talking about you can't tell your big dreams to small-minded people, and it's just about like they won't be able to see the vision. It was the vision you get. You know, you can't always tell people because they can discourage you and really get into your mind, and there's a reason why they can't see that big vision and only you can, right? The rooster and the parrot is a reflection of some kind of other relationships I feel like y'all need to cut out for sure. They probably were a part of your foundation. Maybe you grew up with these people. Maybe they're actual family members. But I feel like a lot of y'all are realizing that, you know, I got this rooster and this parrot and they talking, you know what I mean? The parrot is somebody who talked too damn much. And I feel like the rooster is like willing to tell somebody off. But you're still dealing with the parrot. You're still engaging. Stop engaging. Bat, take care, enemies are working against you. See? Yo, if you got like a loudmouth friend who's always talking shit, always talking about other people, always, you know, you know her, so-and-so was trying to do this and trying to do that, and you be sitting there talking with them and kikiing and all that, but in reality, that's the same person when you tap into this big manifestation, magician energy, when it's time to do shit and take action, they not gonna appreciate that. They're gonna end up talking the same shit. That's the person that needs to be cut off. Hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. So I feel like this is about really, when I get hammock, taking a vacation, it's like really sitting down, relaxing, and resting. And what I mean by resting is doing the work. Because when we're resting and we're silent, instead of drowning our minds with so-called inspirations that we're essentially living vicariously through, whether it's people or things we watch or music or whatever, we can really be quiet and listen to our own minds and hear exactly what you need to hear specifically. It gets to a point where, you know, you can only do so many mood boards, child. You can only be on Pinterest so many times. You can only watch so many freaking inspirational videos, dude, until it's really time to listen to your own heart. Okay. So, let me get some angel cards and we'll wrap it up. Ooh, damn. 30 minutes already? Get some angel cards for Gemini. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So you could probably feel this influence like within you as well. Trust your gut feeling. What is that feeling trying to tell you? Again, I feel like that has a lot about listening. Also, with the keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Of course, if you believe in ancestors and things of that nature, like myself, that will resonate heavily with you. They're standing by you. You are supported, even if you don't feel alone. But I do honestly feel like there is a person in your life that's really kind of waiting for you. They've been waiting for you to been ready. For some of you, this is somebody who's passed that is trying to help and guide you, but you kind of been, you know, fucking around a little bit. I mean, we all do. We all get to that point. You know what I mean? And then when it's time to wake up, that ancestor's like, yes, finally. Yes, let's go. Let me get one more. Oh, I got a few more. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Again, I feel like that speaks of people, friends, whoever, that are really just bad influences. I feel like some of y'all really have some bad influence as friends that keep you stagnant, that keep you in the same place. Creating heaven on earth, it's a happening. That's speaking of the manifestation that you're trying to do right now. And answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Rest, be quiet, listen. Listen to yourself. Okay? Listen to your inner self. So that's it, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time. Bye.